In 2012, right before the Mayan calendar ended, went to see a certified medium that a friend of mine had seen. He interviewed on his radio show and determined that she was legit. So I went to go see her. She ended up being my Reiki master teacher and attuned me to Reiki. But I had a phone conversation with her, and the first thing she said is, "Your grandfather says he's sorry." And he shows you this toy, this old floppy toy rabbit. And I'd never met my grandfather before. This was my father's father. And I didn't know what the toy rabbit meant, but what he was saying is, "I'm getting ready to take you down the rabbit hole." And I had been sick a really long time with this mystery illness for almost 2 years, and I was really desperate. And at that point, I was manic. And she told me to go to see someone who does biofeedback. So when I Googled biofeedback in Statesville, it brought me to a homeopath. So I went to go see the homeopath, and she did a 3-hour interview on me, and she determined that I was depressed and gave me a remedy. And I said, "What is this?" And she said, "I don't want to tell you because then you'll Google results and have a placebo effect." And I was so desperate, I took something that I didn't know what it was. And I had to threaten to sue her to get the name of the remedy. And she'd given me sepia for depression when I was manic. So about a day after she gave me the remedy, my mouth started drooping. And I got Bell's palsy, and I couldn't speak. I would try to speak, and I could not speak. And then the next day, I spoke in tongues exclusively for a whole week, and I wouldn't shut up. When I didn't want to speak, I still couldn't shut up. I got my light language. And then eventually I was coming off of lithium. The remedy that she gave me, I couldn't take the lithium with it, like it didn't mix. So I had liquid kelp in my bathroom, in my linen closet, and I just kept taking baths in the kelp. And that's how I withdrew from the lithium. Well, I had this psychosis, and what I learned was that we are living in a simulation created by binary code, and that sound creates light. It's sonoluminescence, and we are essentially projectors, and our consciousness projects into our reality. And how sound turns to light is that the SA node in our heart that makes the heart beat is actually a piezoelectric crystal, that every time your heart beats, you're generating sound. The sound is generating light. The mechanical energy of your heart is generating light. And it arrays beams of light through it's like ultrasound. There, you create arrays of light that have, you form the beam and you steer it. And then you have these arrays that, like, one crystal will go on and one crystal will go off. And basically we are just a universe created by sound, programmed by binary.